Maybe it was all that Star Wars Battlefront I was playing, but somehow I had sensed a disturbance in the light, I suppose. We'd beaten Oryx, but something else was coming. Something that could prove to be more dangerous or more of a threat to the city and the Guardians than even the Taken King himself. But I didn't know what it was. And then, it hit me. With the advent of the Taken King, we were promised new gear, new ways to fight, new ways to kill our enemies, new weapons, new shaders, and also new emotes that we had to pay for. And me personally, I wasn't really down for that. But a force beckoned me back to the tower, and so I had to oblige it. But then the horror that I discovered was not what I had expected. On my arrival to the tower, I glanced over to my left and noticed that all was not as it should be. This area, once incubated by Tess Everest, was suddenly empty, and in her place stood nothing. Nothing to talk to. Nothing to communicate with. Giving it no further thought, I decided to go raiding, and just when my raid team finished kicking Oryx's ass, we received a message from Bungie, informing us of the impending server maintenance that was going to go on. But then the reset happened, and suddenly, Tess had returned, in some form, and brought with her a new arsenal of goodies to buy. There was only one problem. Instead of selling shaders, suddenly she was selling something a bit different that required this new mysterious currency known as silver. Somehow I'd already had 400 of the stuff lying around in my inventory. I guess it must have been a gift from Bungie. So I approached her and found that she was now selling dance emotes of all types and varieties. Things like enthusiastic dances, slow claps, stereotypical Asian greetings, cliché gestures that have been overused in Hollywood movies, the Birdman, and many other new emotes. However, I had noticed something. How was this mysterious currency silver actually earned? Well, it appears that the silver is bought not from anything to do with Destiny, but instead from your PlayStation store with actual real-world money. That's right, kids. They put microtransactions into the world of Destiny. According to the PlayStation store, it appeared that 500 of these silver coins could be bought for a measly $3.99, whereas 1,000 plus 1 could be purchased for $8.99, and then 2,000 with a bonus of 300 extra for $15.99. Something didn't add up about this, so I consulted my GCSE maths and I concluded that there are 18 total emotes, 2 legendaries, and 16 rares. The legendaries go for 500 pieces of silver each, and the only 2 available currently in her inventory. So to purchase these 2 would run you 1,000 pieces of silver, and according to the store, that would be $8.99 for 2 dance moves. Now, somebody who would want to own every single one of these dance moves would have to spend the $8.99 for the 1,000 silver pieces, as well as having to fork out an extra 3,200 silver coins. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by the Bungie servers, in order to purchase all 16 rare dance moves, that would require a total of 3,200 coins, as each rare dance move runs you 200 silver coins. On top of that, those also wishing to purchase the 2 legendary dance moves would need to spend an extra 1,000 silver pieces. So eventually that would lead to 4,200 silver pieces being needed in order to own every single dance move currently available. Now, when consulting the PlayStation Store, 4,200 coins will run you a total of about £30. So you're effectively spending the amount, or close to the amount, that you spent to buy both the Dark Below and the House of Wolves, simply to own a total of 18 new dance moves. Something about that does not compute to me in a certain way. Now I know there have been rumors from Kotaku and various other sources that due to this, we'd be getting free DLC over the course of the next year, but I don't quite buy that from Bungie. I mean, fine, they start off with something as harmless as dance moves, and hey, who doesn't want a dance move? That's fine, everybody wants a dance move. But eventually, what's to stop them from selling us things like pieces of armor, weapons, with certain perks that make them OP perhaps in the Crucible or in PvP? This is gonna sort of segregate the entire Destiny community if they take this overboard. So I'm here calling you Guardians not to support this. Now, we have been given 400 pieces of silver for free. Now I say that if you're really desperate for some new dance moves, maybe buy just 2. But anything above that, actually having to spend your real world money to own some or if not all of these dance moves, I would greatly suggest that none of you actually do that. This could be a very slippery slope that could lead to many problems down the line for this game. So I for one will not be supporting it. However, in an act of rebellion, I am going to simply spend the 400 pieces of silver that I currently have on 2 emotes that I see as being sort of universally relevant. I will be buying the pumped up emote as well as the sorrow emote. Cause hey, we all know there are those situations in Destiny when you just give up. Like for example, in the Iron Banner when your team just lets you down way too many times. There you have it. So I've made my deal with the devil and I will no longer be buying any more emotes. I have taken 2 free ones and that is all that I will use. Anything beyond that, I will not be purchasing. So heed my words, Guardians. Do not purchase this. Do not purchase all these emotes. I warn you. Before this could lead to something dangerous.